Well, I think a lot of people have actually been experiencing missing people. That's actually like a worldwide.
Yeah, I can so relate. I
Yeah.
miss
I
life.
actually, I miss life, but I was reading.
Stephen, I think we've lost sound.
Yeah, we lost
We've lost your sound.
sound. I'm not sure why. Do I still have my mask on? I do. Thank you, Stephen Levy. It was a good meeting.
Back now.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
back.
Yay.
Yay. Okay.
What is a live session without a technical difficulty?
Yeah, won't be the
Oh,
same.
I'm likely to have quite a few with this microphone. As I was saying before the sound cut, well, as the sound cut off, I actually read an article a few days ago, well, it was more a couple of weeks ago now, that they're predicting a lot of people are going to struggle with their mental health, and they're going to struggle in crowds. And they think
Yeah.
that people are going to have anxiety when they're around crowds and stuff.
Mhm.
And I can definitely see myself being one of those people. It's going to take me a while to readjust. But anyway, going back into my paradise.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd like to be in a position where I have helped as many people as possible. I read a quote today. I think it could have been in our group, actually. Mother Teresa said that if you can't feed 100 people, feed one.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the mentality I've got at the moment. Is there are so many people out there that are after help, so many people out there who are just trying to improve their lives, whether it be through entrepreneurship or through upskilling or just growing. And I want to be part of that process and help people along and push them, nudge them, not push them, nudge them in the right direction.
Yeah, like Nastine does, gentle nudging.
Gentle, and you could also say that it was very, what's the word?
If you don't fly, you crash. We'll just be there to pick up the pieces.
Skydiving without the parachute.
Yes. You know what, Stephen? We had another conversation today with Stephen Levy, who said that his paradise was that if there was a fairy godmother and all of a sudden finances were not an issue. You know, if somebody came along and said, you know what, all your finances are sorted out, he would be doing his coaching for free because that's what that would be his paradise. So yeah.
No, that's quite funny you should mention that. I have been listening to quite a few podcasts as well. And one of the podcasts that I listened to today was about generosity. And it was this idea of doing something nice for the sake of doing something nice. It doesn't necessarily have to be for somebody that you know. It could be a complete stranger. Let's say that you're queuing up at Starbucks. You just pay for the person behind you, you know, that sort of thing. And in the podcast, she said something that stood out to me as quite true. And that is when you are doing something nice, people start to expect it to be done for them.
Yeah.
And with that expectation comes entitlement. And how you respond to that entitlement is entirely up to you. It's like, I know that when I have enough money coming in, there are certain things that I offer as a service that I would do for free. I already do quite a lot for free anyway, or do quite a lot as a favor, because the way I look at it, I'm not trying to monopolize on my skills and my expertise, and I don't see why people still shouldn't benefit from it. And if they can benefit from it now and they benefit from it in the long run, if I need something, they're more likely to reciprocate. But the sense of entitlement actually comes from a place of scarcity, and it comes from this mindset of, oh, I need this and you need to give me this because you've already given it me for free and I need to continue having this for free. And that comes from a place of scarcity. It comes from a place of fear and making sure that, you know, you have enough money. It's this idea that there's only so much money in the world and not everybody has access to that. Which is false, because everybody has access to the same opportunities if they're provided with the right knowledge and information in order to access that opportunity.
Yeah.
My belief, anyway. Sorry to be so deep and profound.
No, this is amazing.
No, it's good.
It's part of your personality. The whole purpose of this session is to find out more about you, right? So this is all about you and what does paradise look like for you, and we're exploring like all avenues of that,
Well-
because there are other best friend networking personality types out there that want to learn from you. Like, what does it take to make me happy?
You know, I mean,
Not all people know that.
if you think about it, I mean, some people are going to take the quiz and they're going to be like, well, great, this is my networking personality type. It does not necessarily mean that they are currently successful. This just gives them a way of being introduced to somebody that's the same networking type as what they are, and giving them information on how you've utilized your networking personality type to create success, which is exactly what you've done. So,
And success will be different for each personality type. So it's important for us to explore what does success look like for the best friend networking personality type.
See,
So,
I can answer that right now.
brilliant. Go for it.
I have quite an easy philosophy, and it stems back to my mom's life philosophy. Now, she passed away 11 years ago, but her overriding message, my takeaway from my mom's life was, doesn't matter what you do, just be happy. If you're not happy, do something that makes you happy. You know? And that is what, not what I'm chasing, it's what I have now. I am happy, and I want to continue to be happy. And it's, when you think of your life in that sort of sense, then success is so much easier to get than if you're forever chasing happiness because you think, oh, if I just earned £2,000 a month, I'll be happy. When I earn £100,000 a year, I'll be happy. When I earn £1 million, I'll be happy. You're never going to be happy because you're constantly on that hamster wheel going around in circles, chasing after happiness when happiness is already there. You already have it. You already have the capacity to be happy, and that never changes. Your capacity to happy doesn't grow. It doesn't change. It just evolves, and you'll find new things that make you happy, and you'll find new things that excite you and make you passionate. And that's how I see life anyway. It should be about happiness, not just your own happiness, but the happiness of other people as well.
I find it very interesting, the whole, the way somebody is raised or brought up, or ways that they are taught to think. I mean, these are all influences that we receive from people that we look up to, be those parents or coaches, and they kind of mold us. And it's actually quite interesting to see how that molding changes somebody's persona and perspective to the point that they develop different characteristics and they have different views and different outlooks on life. And then it's interesting to see how different people become, when they do the quiz, get different results in seeing who they are. That to me is, I mean, it's no wonder that my results were what they were, because if I had to go back to what my parents used to tell me as a child, I know exactly why I'm the Zoom sniper. So I'm not going to repeat what the motto was, because it wasn't great. But you can see those differences in people and how everything kind of just merges together. I think it's absolutely stunning.
Okay, so Stephen, tell me, in this paradise, because at the same time, like, you are growing your business at an accelerated pace, like it's nobody's business. Like, you implemented your $5,000 plan 5 years early. Why? Is it the thrill of entrepreneurship that gets you? Is that maybe what paradise looks like for you? Like, not having to do a certain thing, but being able to think of the next master plan and roll that out?
So, funnily enough, I had a conversation about this the other day. I would now consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I love new projects. I love starting and following through on different projects. It's fun. What is it? Variety is the spice of life. It keeps me engaged. It keeps me interested. Now, The reason why I started my business, started my 5-year plan so soon was quite a few different reasons, but mostly I was supported into starting it early. And I'm going to use the word supported. I wasn't pushed into it. I wasn't bullied into it. I was asked, and my response was instantly yes. And it falls back onto what Leonie was saying last week. And I keep bringing this up because it's so true. Say yes and work it out later. So I said yes, and that's what got the ball rolling on this. Then, so last year, there was quite a few missed opportunities for me. And looking back, I missed out on quite a few opportunities. And the reason why I missed out on them was because I didn't feel like I was ready. You know, we all have those moments. So the opportunity was to start mentoring about June, July last year. Start mentoring other people. I was approached. They asked me if I could mentor them. And I said no, because I didn't feel like I was ready to mentor them. But I offered them advice. I offered them, access to some samples. I offered them some great resources where they could learn themselves. And then after I said yes, and after I started down this path and took just that one step towards my 5-year goal, it kind of snowballed. And now I'm, an author, speaker, coach.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Epic.
I think watching that journey for you was actually, for us, was intriguing, because every single time something new popped up, we were like, oh yes, Stephen Westwood. I wonder, hey Stephen, and then the answer was yes, and it didn't matter what we were going to say. The answer was yes, and the next thing you know, there's another title. And
Hey,
there's another. Oof,
Hey
lovely.
Stephen, would you like to train us tonight? It starts in half an hour.
Do you know what?
I'm joking. This time I'm joking.
I was actually thinking about a conversation that we had, which was not long after I became a member. And if you remember, for the first ever online global speed networking event, global online speed networking event, let me get those words in the right order. I was telling people that I was a copywriter. I helped businesses write for advertising, and I focused on social proof case studies. And I can remember when it actually clicked in your head what I was trying to say with case studies.
Can you remember? It took me forever.
And your exact words were, I get it now. Why did you not just explain it like that? But yeah, if I think back over the last, how many months has it been now? It's been, we're in April now, aren't we? So
about
9 months.
9.
It's just short of a year.
9?
No, our first global online speed networking event was in September. And you were at the second one, the one in October. So you joined in November.
No, I joined in October.
October, okay. So October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March, April. Oh, 7.
7 months. So over the course of those 7 months, not only have you guys watched me grow as a person and as a business, but I've seen you guys grow and develop.
Well, I mean, if we're looking at it from an outside perspective, looking at our relationship with you and how we've actually built it together, we've grown a lot as well through this journey. Actually, we've grown a lot.
Yeah, the tribe wouldn't let us stay behind.
So, just as much, and that's what's nice about networking and the genuine relationships is that everybody within that circle of those genuine relationships, they actually really care for each other. So when things are happening and things are going down, and everybody gets involved. So, we've been through our own hardships where there's been things that we've needed to grow, and our tribe have been there for us, and just the same as the tribe has been there for you, and that's been your journey, but it's also been our journey too. So yeah.
Can I just ask, before you ask this question, can I just ask, when you first started your journey into networking and, you know, being the co-founders of Explore Project, the networking haven that it is, did you envision that there would ever be a time where you could just message someone and be like, "Are you free? Do you fancy a call?" Like,
no.
No, but we would joke about it. I remember a time where I'm just trying to think of the joke that we're actually where actually we wouldn't be reaching out to people because they were important, but people would be reaching out to us like we were important. And a long time ago, that wasn't the case. But as time has moved on, it's gotten to a point where, and because of the way we functioned with everybody and because of the way everybody's functioned with us, it's gotten to that point where people are actually now reaching out to us saying, well, you know, hey, we've taken a look at what you're doing, and we want to be part of that. So
yeah, we actually made a guy on the plane that did that. He was reading your case study, funny enough, like the one, like, remember you gave us notes on how to write case studies and stuff?
yeah.
So I was using that to kind of write a very mediocre version of what you write, but on you, telling your story. And I was typing in the plane, and I think he was reading as I was typing, because like after he started a conversation.
Well, I mean, you know what it's like in an airplane, and you're on like an hour flight, and somebody opens their laptop next to you. You cannot help but read what they're typing. Yeah. I mean, come on, that's entertainment.
You do secretly hope that they're going to watch a movie or something, but
yeah.
But yeah, so he was reading your case study as I was writing it, and then started the conversation. And from there, eventually I was like, so what do you do, by the way? He was like, I own an accounting firm. And I was like, okay, put laptop away, let's talk.
So when are we going to have a coffee with him?
It was supposed to be today, but then we had a 6-hour meeting with Stephen Levy, and we started So You Think You Can Scale Your Business course with him. And we did a video from there. So we'll probably meet him like, you have to see it. It's going to be amazing. It has the most beautiful background. Wow, the place where we were was so cool.
It was stunning.
Yeah, and the waitress was very nice too.
So this gentleman's name was Kabir, and youngster, 26 years old.
Yeah.
26 years old, youngster on the plane, traveling down to see family, natural flow of conversation, an invite to our next Friday coffee shop conversations, and an invite to our next global networking event. And just love the fact that we joined people from the same industry to people from the same industry. Whereas most networking events are, oh, look, you're an accountant. Okay, you need to go where they don't have an accountant. We already have one. But whereas nowadays, people in the same industry are your best
referral partners and collaboration partners.
Yeah,
at the 100%. End of the day, what makes Explore Project so different is you can have two people in the exact same field. It does not mean that they have the same strengths.
Exactly.
Each one will be an expert in something slightly different. And that's what makes it so much more powerful. It's partly why I love networking as well. We've now got a copywriter, which I'm really excited about. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
Yeah, so what I love about our accountants at the moment is that we have a group of accountants. They're all accountants. Some of them are more into bookkeeping. Some of them more into tax. I don't. When it comes to accounting, there are avenues I just do not understand. But they all specialize in different things. And instead of seeing each other as competition, they're actually referring so much work to each other, work that they would never even take on because it's something they don't even specialize in. They're saving themselves so much time because they're now getting work done that they don't specialize in, as well as receiving work that they do specialize in, and they're referring to each other. How fantastic is that? And they're doing better now than they were doing as if they're trying to network in a space where there's no other accountant.
That's awesome. Thank you,
Let
Stephen.
me take this.
Are you going to drown it?
That's the thing, though, with networking. That's why I like making new friends and meeting new people. The opportunity is there to literally do just that. Instead of trying to grow on your own, instead of trying to always sell, just be yourself, be authentic, and make friends. It goes so much further. It's such a sustainable business opportunity if you take that.
So, Stephen, what I wanted to ask was, I think what you're trying to say is you're already in paradise.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. That is so cool. Cheers to that. Tell me more about what makes it paradise.
I wake up every day and I get to speak to some amazing people. I get to work on the most interesting projects. As you know,
Your sound went off again. Nope, still off. Oh, and this was the good part. I get to wake up every day and then... Oh, thank goodness your sound's back.
Is it back? There we go.
Yeah, I have to hear this. Okay, so you were saying I get to wake up every day and...
So I get to wake up every day. I get to speak to interesting people. I get to have coffee with some of the most magnetic people out there. Then I get to work on a variety of different projects that are really fun, that are engaging. I'm constantly learning. As you know, I'm an avid researcher. I love Google. So the projects that I work on where I have to delve deep into Google and do the research for, I absolutely love it. And everything that I do within my role as an entrepreneur, I love. On top of that, I'm in a happy, healthy relationship. I speak to my family regularly. I don't see them regularly because of COVID, but that is changing. And I'm just enjoying life. I'm just having fun. And that's exactly what I feel life is all about.
This is awesome. I love it so much. It's beautiful. I'm going to read to you what I wrote about you when I made the quiz. It's a paragraph that is supposed to describe your paradise. And then you can give me your feedback on whether or not it's accurate or not and how we should adjust it based on this conversation we just had. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this paragraph says, this is your paradise, right? You're changing the world and you're pretty well known for it. You have such a beautiful impact on the world and everyone around you. On top of this, you've totally earned the entrepreneurial game and you're earning passive income, leading a balanced life, doing what you love, not working 24/7, and you're touching lives while you're doing it. Your business is growing at an accelerated pace and you've just been invited to get onto the global stage and deliver a TED Talk amongst other amazing gigs. You're surrounded on a daily basis by people from around the world who are like-minded, nice, open-minded, and you guessed it, your best friends.
I really like that. That's going to get a heart. The only thing that I would like to add is about being of service and helping support other people, because that is quite an important thing for what I do. It's also something that I do naturally and don't think about until just for some reason.
Awesome. I'm definitely going to add it in there. I feel we got it pretty accurate though. I'm surprised by myself. To
be honest, I have been reading through these not just for me, but for everybody. And I feel like you've actually nailed every single one of those characters. And I think it stems to the work you've been doing with Marlon on your avatar and on how to create a customer persona, as I would call it. But I'm dull and boring and like to use the old terms.
You're many things, Stephen, but you're definitely not dull and boring.
Yay.
Come now, I mean, you rocked up at our networking event with a smoke machine.
Oh, that was fun.
That was so much fun.
I did nearly set fire to my slipper, but it was worth it.
It's so funny. Okay, so Stephen, keeping in mind your paradise, right? For the other best friends that are out there that get the best friend as their networking personality type, what are the 3 things they need to do in order to avoid hell and end up in paradise?
The first one is, just because you're the best friend doesn't mean that you have to be everyone's best friend. So, hold on 2 seconds, sorry. I can hear like a rumble. So, be choosy, allow yourself to be choosy as to who you're going to be best friends with, who you're going to be working with. There are people out there who you are not going to gel with, and that's nothing personal. It's just the way it is. Accept it and move on. The second thing is be of service, but don't expect anything in return. The reason why I say be of service, but don't expect anything in return is because when you are genuinely helping people and you're being authentic, people know.
Yeah.
People will automatically read what it is that you're doing. And I find as well that by not expecting anything in return, when I get it in return, I get all like warm, fuzzy feelings.
I know the feeling.
And I'm like, yay, this is great.
Yeah.
And then the third piece of advice is just be yourself. Don't put on a persona. Don't put on an act. Don't think you've got to be anything other than who you are. Now, they're quite 3, in my opinion, vague pieces of advice, but they're pieces of advice that will take you from, doesn't matter what industry you're in, doesn't matter what type of business you have, or even if you're a student. They're the things that will make you memorable, and they're the things that will make your business sustainable.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, that is such, like, for me, that's such, I think, the 3 most important and definitely first things that you need to do if you got the best friend personality type. Because, I mean, I've been in situations where I've become, the best friend to someone that I'm not supposed to be the best friend for. I tend to want to be everyone's best friends, and then that doesn't work out good for either of us at the end of the day. So I really appreciate that advice and you reminding me of it. I think it's really valuable and it will really help everyone that are best friends and that want to get to where you are, which is paradise.
Yeah, thank you, Nestine. You're my best friend.
Oh, it's so cool. I have a friend. I totally have a friend.
Rub it in.
This is so cool. Well, I'm sure you're the best friend too. Well, not personality-wise, but Peter's a friend too, right, Stephen?
Yeah, he got a couple of the best friend personality questions.
He does.
So, but yeah, he's my best friend too.
Oh, thank you.
That is so cool. Wait until we come to visit you in London. You do know when we hit 40 members, that is totally where we're going.
I know, and I can't wait, and we're not far off. It's happening quicker than you thought.
I know.
It is happening a lot quicker than what we thought. as well as we are going to be going to do some gold mining.
Oh,
When
get
do we do that?
videos.
We're doing that when we have 60 members.
Well, I mean, that's local, so we can go and do that first. So we can do that at like 30 members.
30 members. Okay, guys. So if you're watching this live right now, or even the replay, if you want to see me and Peter go and fall on our faces trying to mine gold, help us get 30 members.
Well, let's be. It's not actual gold mining. It's more of a. It's a holiday. It's a holiday. Where they take you on an excursion to go and pan for gold. So it's an experience. So that's actually going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Because we're going to strike it rich.
And if you want to see us go to the UK and visit Stephen Westwood's chocolate factory, help us get 40 members.
Wait, no,
I just want to point out it's not actually my chocolate factory.
I was going to say that makes everybody think that Stephen Westwood runs a chocolate factory for a living, but he does not.
How do you
I do happen to be wearing purple, which happens to be this particular chocolate factory's colour.
We will never know. okay, fine. Yeah, and then if you want to see Peter jump out of a flying airplane, get us 100,000 members.
For 100,000 members, I will pick up that airplane and throw it into the sky.
Really, Peter?
Well, why not?
Will you jump out of it?
Not a chance.
I think
If you want to see me jump off a plane and I'll have a GoPro on my head and everything, maybe we'll even do a networking session while we're flying. 100,000 members and I'll do it. Are you coming with Stephen for moral support since we're best friends and so on?
Moral support, I'll be jumping out of that plane with you. It's fine.
I knew you would.
You guys have got to take a look at my my networking character type. I mean,
you want to snipe us while we're falling.
I'm the sniper. My questions, I get the people that want to parachute together. I organize the plane. I put them in the aeroplane. I send them into the sky and I watch them jump.
You're going to be waiting down below with a trampoline.
I'll wait at the bottom, no problem.
Guys, by the way, so I was listening to your book today again, Stephen, the audiobook, because I'm trying to write like a proper like long review. And you know, I spoke to you about like doing some lives about the content, around the content of the book. And I was listening to the part where you were explaining, sharing your experience of jumping off of a building.
Yeah.
That was so cool! I think that is what just inspired me to say that I will jump out of a plane.
It was
thank you for that.
It was a really cool experience, and I definitely do it again. What I can do is forward you the 1-minute video of where you see me from. So Ryan didn't jump with me. I just want to point that out. He didn't jump with me. He was at the bottom waiting for me by the landing pad. So he recorded it.
Oh, okay.
That's so sweet.
At least he was at the bottom recording and not at the top pushing.
He wouldn't have gone up the top. He would not have gone up the top.
That is so funny.
Well, Christine, you do know that, I mean, we're saying it now, 100,000 members and you'll jump out of an aeroplane. You do know that people remember this stuff, right? And they're going to go back to it and say, look what you said. This is what you said. And you're at 100,000 members. Now this is what you have to do.
Guys, can I just ask you to get us there quickly so that I don't end up being like 75 and falling out of a plane? Like, I would prefer to do it quite soonish, if that's okay with you guys. Since we're doing this now.
75-year-old Nestine, like, shaking as she's walking up to the thing and then falling out of the plane. Oh.
You know, I'm not one to back down from a challenge. So if I say I'll do something, I will.
Apparently, I mean, wheelchair skydiving could be a thing.
Oh my goodness, guys, soon, please. Okay, cool. Yeah, this was amazing. So I think we found out a lot about your paradise. I'm so happy to find out that you're actually living in it, Stephen. And you're such an inspiration. You're amazing. Everyone, you need to buy his book. It's just like the best listen. Well, I listen to books. Okay, so I didn't read it. I put it on Adobe, and then I put on the read it aloud function. I know you're still producing the audiobook, but I couldn't wait. So I've listened to it about 3 times now, and like every time I have the best time. Because I listen and I laugh, and it's like, Stephen is right here with me, and Stephen is everyone's best friend. So it's just an amazing experience.
Well, the feedback so far has been, I mean, I know that you get books out of there that are self-help books and encouragement books and all different kinds of books, but a lot of those books are full of waffle. And the feedback so far is that this book has no waffle. It gets to the point.
Yeah.
And that's what, and so far that's what everybody's loved about it, is that it gets to the point. And that for me, I mean, I don't like to pick up a book and I don't like to read waffle. You know, if it's going to take too long to get to the point, I lose interest just like that. So
now, do you understand why I called it "Oh No, Not Another Goal-Setting Book"?
Yes, and that's why everybody should read this book.
And it's what I like about it is it's really like having a conversation with a best friend. Like, I'm not even just saying that, because you write it in that voice or whatever fancy copywriter people call it, tone, voice, I don't know. But when I listen to it, it feels like you're here and you're talking to me, and I can almost like hear your voice, even though it's like the reader's voice. I can hear your voice as you're talking to me, just like you would. And you're spending all of this intensive time with me and taking me through task 1 and task 2. And at the same time, you're like, don't worry, if it feels like you're falling off a building, you know, I actually did that. And like, it's okay, you're going to be fine. Let's just do this, Dave. And I'm like, okay, Stephen, but just because you're here.
Well, I mean, and that's the nice thing about it. I mean, for people out there that think that, I mean, if you take the topic, a goal-setting book, and you think you understand, or you've seen what's out there and you've seen what's on the market, they're pretty generic. I mean, a lot of what's on the market is generic. This is not that.
It's not like that at all.
So be prepared to be surprised, get to the heart of the actual issue, and actually enjoy the read.
Totally. And then also Stephen so that's the book. Me and Stephen will be coming at you live again next week, from next week onwards, doing some little pieces from the book, and Stephen will actually talk me through it, and you get to watch me blossom as I complete the tasks and everything. Stephen, I'm very nervous because you know what your book actually helped me figure out so far? I am so scared of admitting what I want in entrepreneurship and life, because I don't think that I will be able to get it. It doesn't even make sense, like when you say it, but I think that's my block with why. I don't know. But anyway, we'll work on it together weekly coming up, and it's going to be amazing. So guys, you want to be there for that. Also, Stephen, you're doing your podcast tonight for the first time. This is epic. Do you want to show up your microphone, or are you currently using it?
I'm using it, but I will show it off. So this is my new microphone.
Oh yes.
You have to speak so it spotlights your video. Wait, let me just spotlight the video.
Okay, so this is my new microphone.
Yay!
My new baby. Honestly, I've done nothing but play with it all day.
It's awesome.
I do want to quickly backtrack though, Nestine. First of all, it's okay to be afraid. And it's okay to be afraid of doing something if you feel that you're not going to succeed. But the number one cause of failure is not trying.
Okay, so we don't fail a lot.
We try all different types of things.
We try everything.
Like, we don't have a problem with inactivity. It's just like in terms of sitting down and saying like, hard and fast, these are the numbers that I want by this time. Like the SMART goal stuff, like I don't actually do that and I think it's because, well, I do hate admin and planning and writing things down.
Well, you know what? Read the book.
Okay, fine.
Read the book.
And be at the live next week. We'll discuss it. Also, Stephen, if you can just pop the book links and the podcast links for us into the lives,
I will do that.
then we will pick it up in the comments, and we will definitely so be there. We have to run to our tribe strategy meeting now, but before we do, we just have to do one thing, Peter. You're going to jump out of a plane. I'm joking. It's fine.
In a leopard
Marlon,
print knickers, underwear.
Okay, game on.
What did we say when the UK hub has 100 members?
100 members. Peter's gonna be wearing his leopard print underwear for everyone.
Hey, I can pull it off, eh? I can pull it off.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. But the one thing we need to do is not the underwear.
I mean, I'll have you know, I have a very tight character.
Of course you do, Peter. Thank you for that.
And we never cease to shock.
Okay. So on a serious note, Marlon asked us if we could just do a video testimonial for him for the story session he did with us last year and for the course so far. So
Yes.
I was like, yes, and why don't we do it live? Who thinks that's a good
Okay.
idea?
It's always a good idea.
Steven said I only have good ideas, so.
Well, let's go for it.
Okay, cool. So we're doing before, during, and after. Okay, so first the story session. I don't know if you want to do it too, Steven.
Maybe. I want to see how you go first.
Okay, cool. So, and it's supposed to be short. Okay, so I'll just tell you guys. Before we met Marlon, look, I'm an accountant, so I'm not naturally good at selling or sales or marketing or nothing. Peter's a teamwork specialist, so he could probably get us the people that can do the selling, but those people still have to be trained on how to actually sell. So when we met Marlon, and when he became part of the Explore Protect tribe, it was so incredible to have him, because what he did on the very first session with us was he said, let me just help you guys. Like, let's get your story session in. Let's do your messaging. Let's build you a landing page. And when you guys are successful, that's my success. That's literally what he did. And it was absolutely, absolutely amazing. I mean, he gave us this incredible PowerPoint presentation with all our little story pieces, where it actually says like about Explore Protect, how do you tell that story, and what else? It has like a one-liner in there, what they refer to in their business as a one-liner. It has a sales pitch. It has like so much, and then at the bottom of the site it actually tells you like, use this in the emails, use this on your social posts, use this when you're talking to someone. He gave me an awesome, like some really amazing tips on how to get this messaging out there, and I've been using it ever since. Every single blog post I write, it's on there. Every single like web page we have, it's on there. Every single email, it's in there. And it's been making such a difference. Like, our email marketing has actually started working.
Yeah.
Our blogs have actually started working. Our website has been completely revamped and changed.
And simplified, and our message is clear.
Yeah, people actually understand what we do now, which is apparently a really good start when you're trying to sell them something. Because we used to have people like watching our lives and being like, you guys are so cool and you're always happy, but I have no clue what you do. Like, I really want to buy something, but like, can you just tell me what do you actually do? Like, literally, we have messages like those we had. Now everyone knows what we do, and it's networking. And it's been really amazing. So thank you, Marlon, for all your help and all your patience. The story session itself was absolutely incredible as well. Like, it's so cool because he asks you like all these questions that really, really makes you think about your business. Like it's just amazing. It's a really, really cool experience to have in itself. But then to get the actual product with the wireframe and all the story pieces.
And not only that, he also built the wireframe for our WordPress site, which is going to be up and running soon.
Yeah. So we haven't even rolled out everything he's given us yet. Like, he's given us so much, but we'll keep you updated. That has been incredible. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
Thank you, Marlon. I hope this counts as a testimonial. Stephen, does it count as a testimonial?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
Just the results, that's all that's missing.
What results?
The results of what we have achieved with what we got.
Well, it's in every email, every blog post, every website. Like, people are now using our website.
Okay, well, let's talk about the numbers. What numbers were we on when we met Marlon, and after we went through the story, what numbers are we on now?
I think
our website traffic back then compared to our website traffic now.
Well, I had a thing now today that said we had 140 visitors on the website today. Back then, when we met Marlon, I think it was around 50 website visitors a day. Yeah, it was around 50.
So the website traffic since meeting Marlon and simplifying and telling our story and going through the content that he'd given us and him working directly with us has exponentially grown our website traffic.
So you might say it's gone up 150% a day.
Pretty much.
Thank you, guys. That is really amazing.
No, it has been amazing. And if I go back and I recall our meeting that we had with Marlon August, I have never seen somebody ask the right questions, pick something apart, present it back to you in such a way that all the nonsense is gone. Absolutely incredible.
Oh, I have more numbers, actually. Okay, so our Eventbrite link where we sell the tickets to our networking events on, I used Marlon's messaging on there as well. And we used to have no passive sales happening by themselves in the background, but before we met Marlon. And when I changed the messaging, we started getting between 5 and 10 passive sales per month, just from the Eventbrite links. And I think the only thing that really has changed is the messaging. So people now actually understand what we're advertising, I think.
Yeah.
Yay.
Does it count now?
That does count.
Okay, amazing.
Oh, why would you recommend somebody use Marlon's services?
Oh, okay, I can answer that. Because if you don't, you're missing out. If you don't use Marlon's services, you're missing out. The man is an absolute genius in regards to taking something that we created something that was magnificent, but at the same time it was so complicated. So to use Marlon's services is somebody stepping into the situation, getting to know who you are, what your products are, taking the language, taking the design, the layout, and everything, and tearing it apart and putting it back together in such a way that that's exactly what you wanted in the first place. He's an absolute genius. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
It pretty much changed everything. I mean, it even made us think. It's like you get a coaching session and a sales session all in one. And I haven't found anyone else that does it the way that Marlon does. He has such an amazing personality and ability to just draw what he needs from you, out of you, and then to use it and to craft it into something that's going to help you make it big in business.
And then the nice for me, that's what I always had in mind.
We just didn't know how to get there.
Yet he took it and rearranged it and gave it back to us in such a way that I was like, oh, that's it. That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Marlon's going to be so sad that he wasn't here to hear this.
I think it's such a good thing that Marlon isn't here to hear
this,
because it might have changed the dynamic of what we would say.
That's true. It's made it more authentic.
He's going to be happy, I think, when he watches the replay.
I think so too. I think you've given him plenty of material for him to be able to use.
Did we just give him material?
Yay!
Oh wait, I take it all back. No.
No take backs.
No.
Oh, cool. Are you also going to do a testimonial, Stephen, or are we going to leave now?
We'll leave now. I will provide him with a testimonial, but I don't want to do it live.
Okay, cool. You want to do it properly. Plan it out and stuff. Do a couple of takes.
You know, that's how the different personalities
Work.
do it. You do it on the spot, and Stephen's going to go and write the best one ever.
You know why I have to do it on the spot, Peter? Because of your personality type. Because if I want you to speak to the camera, I literally need to tie you to the chair.
I've been tied to a chair before.
Oh my goodness. And Stephen, oh my goodness. Then you will oh my goodness. We have to write the script, right? Which is already, I'm so done with this. Then we have to practice the script, right? We can't practice it live. We need to practice it so that by the time you get to say it to the actual camera, you are properly exhausted and have no energy left.
Well, in our last video, I practiced it enough that I didn't have to do any retakes. I did it once.
That was your last video, but yeah, so Marlon, I'm sorry, and also you're welcome, and we totally did it, and it's on time. We'll do another one. Yeah, thank you, Peter. If I introduce that we're going to do it live, it's not like you can turn around and be like, no, we're not.
Well, it was easy enough.
Okay, cool.
And it's done.
Anyway, guys, we will see you again next week. And it's going to be fabulous. Thank you for watching. We are so late for our tribe strategy session. We need to go.
Which we are going to be stepping into right now, but we're going to say hello to Somerville. Hi, Somerville.
Hi, Somerville.
Hi, Somerville.
You're the best Somerville in the world, Somerville.
Hello. We're watching all of it. It's been fun.
It's been fun, eh?
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. Okay, guys, we're going to love and leave you, but we will definitely see you again. Remember, 100 UK members gets you Peter in his underwear, leopard skin underwear.
Oh, no. That's 100 members across the board.
Oh, okay. 100 members gets you. Oh, wow. Raising the stakes.
Raising the stakes.
Oh.
No, I mean, when we have 100 members, regardless of where they are, 100 members, and I will slap on some leopard skin.
Oh my goodness, guys, you have to do this. I have to see it.
I didn't say I was going to parade in them. I'll put them on.
No, you can't do that. Stephen, you can't do that.
No, you promised, and we're going to hold you to it.
Yeah.
We even have it recorded now to prove that you said that you would.
Yeah, it's all recorded. I'll have to go and buy myself some self-tan.
Okay, guys, so buy Stephen's book, watch Stephen's podcast, come back for more lives. It's really fun, and you learn a lot. Then 30 members gets you me and Peter going gold panning and documenting the process for you. 40 members gets you
us to the UK.
Yeah, for Stephen's Chocolate Factory. 100 members gets you Peter in leopard skin underwear, and 100,000 members gets you me jumping out of a plane.
And me watching.
With Stephen jumping with me.
Yes.
So. Okay, cool.
Oh, yes.
We love you guys. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.